After 60, eating less is not always the healthiest choice. The real goal is to give an older body more nutrition in every bite, while removing the foods that quietly work against the heart, brain, muscles, and blood vessels. I'm Dr. Katherine Blake. I have spent years helping older adults understand how small daily choices can protect strength and independence. This is general education, because your own needs may change with kidney disease, diabetes, swallowing problems, allergies, or medication use. Here is the hidden truth. After 60, the body often sends a quiet signal before a major health problem appears. That signal may be weaker legs, slower recovery, rising blood pressure, constipation, or an afternoon energy crash. These can look like normal aging, but sometimes the food on the plate is failing to deliver what the body needs. I remember a woman named Ellen, age 68, who thought she ate very little and therefore ate well. Breakfast was coffee and toast. Lunch was often crackers and sliced deli meat. By late afternoon, she felt weak and reached for a sweet drink. Her weight had barely changed, yet getting out of a chair had become harder. Her blood pressure was also creeping up. Ellen did not need a harsh diet. She needed a better delivery system. We changed the quality of her meals, added real protein and fiber, and removed the foods that kept flooding her body with salt and sugar. Over time, her meals became more filling, her energy became steadier, and her daily walks felt easier. Today, I will show you 5 foods that deserve a regular place on the plate after 60, followed by 3 foods that are safest when they are not treated as everyday foods. The final one is easy to miss because the front of the package can make it look healthy. The first food is eggs. Many people still assume that eggs are only a cholesterol problem. The fuller truth is that an egg is a compact package of high-quality protein, vitamin B12, choline, and other nutrients. For many older adults, that compact size matters. Appetite can fall with age, so a large plate may feel difficult even when the body still needs building material. Muscle is not a savings account that can be ignored forever. It is more like a house under constant repair. Protein supplies the bricks, and movement tells the workers where to place them. If breakfast is only toast, jam, or cereal with little protein, the repair crew starts the day without enough supplies. Eggs are not a cure for muscle loss, and the total eating pattern still matters, but they can help make breakfast more useful. Try 1 or 2 eggs with vegetables and a slice of whole grain toast, or add a chopped boiled egg to lunch. If your clinician has given you a special cholesterol plan, follow that plan. The practical lesson is not to fear one food in isolation. Build a balanced plate around it. The next food goes further because it supports both muscle and the circulation that feeds it. That food is fatty fish, such as salmon, sardines, trout, or mackerel. Some people think fish is simply a lighter form of meat. In fact, fatty fish provides protein along with the omega-3 fats, EPA and DHA. Think of the bloodstream as a delivery system, and cell walls as thousands of flexible doors. Healthy fats help form those cell walls, while protein supports the tissue behind them. The National Institutes of Health explains that EPA and DHA come mainly from fish and seafood. Research does not support treating one food as a magic shield against memory loss. The value comes from placing fish inside a healthy pattern, especially when it replaces processed or fatty meat. A simple target is fish about twice a week, if it fits your health needs and local guidance. Bake salmon with lemon, add canned sardines to whole grain crackers, or use canned salmon in a salad. Choose lower sodium canned options when possible. The goal is to let a whole food replace a less helpful protein source. Now we move from the body's repair material to the system that controls pressure, digestion, and steady energy. The third food is beans and lentils. People sometimes dismiss beans as a cheap side dish or avoid them because they fear gas. What beans actually provide is a rare combination: plant protein, fiber, slow-digesting carbohydrate, potassium, folate, and several minerals. Imagine eating carbohydrate as pouring water into a funnel. Refined bread or sweets can rush through like water from a wide-open tap. Beans move more slowly, like water passing through a filter. Their protein and fiber slow digestion help meals feel filling and reduce the sharp rise and fall that can leave a person hungry again soon. Fiber also feeds helpful bacteria in the bowel. Those bacteria are like a quiet garden crew. Give them the right material, and they produce compounds that help support the lining of the colon. The National Institute on Aging includes beans among nutrient-dense protein choices for older adults. Start slowly if you do not eat beans now. Add 2 tablespoons of rinsed canned beans to soup or salad, then increase the amount over a week or 2. Rinsing can remove some sodium. Drink enough fluid unless your medical team limits it. People with kidney disease may need a personal plan for potassium and protein, so this is one place where general advice must bend to individual care. If these first 3 changes feel realistic, comment yes. It is a simple way to mark the moment you decided to protect your strength with your next meal. The 4th food is dark leafy greens, such as spinach, kale, collard greens, arugula, and Swiss chard. Many people think greens are only useful for weight control because they contain few calories. Their true value is nutrient density. They can provide vitamin K, folate, carotenoids, fiber, and minerals without taking up a large share of the day's calories. Think of your blood vessels as soft, living pipes rather than hard plumbing. They must widen and narrow as your body moves, rests, and changes position. A diet rich in vegetables supports the whole system that keeps those vessels working. Greens also add bulk to the bowel, much like a soft brush that helps waste move through more regularly. No single serving of spinach will clean an artery, and that kind of claim should make you cautious. The science supports an overall pattern rich in vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and healthier protein sources. That is why the American Heart Association places vegetables at the center of a heart-healthy pattern. Add a handful of spinach to eggs, soup, pasta sauce, or beans. Frozen greens count and can be easier to store. If you take warfarin, do not suddenly remove greens or eat a large new amount. Vitamin K can affect the medicine. Keep your intake steady and ask your clinician how much is right for you. The 5th food may taste like a treat, but it works best in its plain, whole form, berries. People often think fruit becomes dangerous with age because it contains sugar. Whole berries are different from candy or juice. Their natural sugar arrives with water, fiber, vitamins, and plant compounds called polyphenols. Picture sugar as passengers entering a station. Juice opens every gate at once because much of the fiber has been removed. Whole berries keep more gates closed, so digestion is slower. This does not make berries sugar-free, but it changes the package and usually makes the serving more satisfying. Berries are also an easy way to replace a dessert built from refined flour and added sugar. Fresh and frozen berries both work. Add half a cup to plain yogurt or oatmeal, or warm frozen berries, and spoon them over unsweetened yogurt. If chewing is difficult, soften or mash them instead of switching to juice. For diabetes, portion size and the full meal still matter, so use the plan agreed with your healthcare team. These 5 foods build the body up. The next 3 can quietly pull it in the other direction. Never touch should not create fear or guilt. It means these foods should not become routine choices, and some forms are best avoided completely. The first food to move off the regular menu is processed meat. Bacon, sausage, hot dogs, salami, and many deli meats. People often see these as convenient protein. They do contain protein, but they can also carry a heavy load of sodium, saturated fat, and preservatives. The body may receive the bricks for muscle, while the blood vessels receive extra pressure. Think of sodium as a sponge. It helps pull water into the bloodstream. In a person who is sensitive to salt, that added fluid can raise pressure inside the vessels, like turning up the force in a garden hose. Over time, high blood pressure makes the heart work harder and can damage delicate vessels in the brain and kidneys. The concern is not one slice eaten once. It is the repeated pattern. The American Heart Association advises limiting processed meats, sodium, saturated fat, and trans fat as part of blood pressure care. Replace deli meat with leftover chicken, tuna, egg, hummus, or mashed beans. If you still buy it, compare labels and choose the lower sodium option, then use a smaller amount with vegetables and whole grains. Taste buds can adjust to less salt over several weeks. But this is where it gets more serious, because the next item does not satisfy hunger even while it delivers a large dose of sugar. That item is the sugary drink. Soda, sweet tea, energy drinks, sweetened coffee, and many fruit drinks. People often treat a drink as if it does not count as food. The body counts it. Liquid sugar moves quickly because there is little chewing, little fiber, and often little protein to slow it down. It is like sending a large delivery truck to a tiny loading dock. Blood sugar rises, insulin has more work to do, and the energy may fall again later. Meanwhile, liquid calories often fail to signal fullness as well as a balanced meal. This can make weight, triglycerides, fatty liver, and blood sugar harder to manage. Fruit juice deserves special care. It may contain vitamins, but it can still deliver a concentrated sugar load with less fiber than whole fruit. The American Heart Association recommends limiting sugar-sweetened drinks and added sugars. The easiest fix is to change the default drink. Use water, sparkling water, unsweetened tea or coffee with little or no added sugar. Reduce sweetness in steps if an abrupt change feels unpleasant. A slice of lemon, mint, or a few crushed berries can add flavor without turning the drink into dessert. The final food is where most people get caught off guard. Packaged foods that contain industrial trans fat or combine refined starch, added sugar, unhealthy fat, and high sodium. People may see a small snack cake, packaged pastry, deep-fried fast food, or certain shelf-stable frostings as a harmless bite. The problem is not only the calories. Industrial trans fat can raise harmful LDL cholesterol and lower protective HDL cholesterol. It is like damaging the road while also removing part of the repair crew. Many countries have restricted industrial trans fat, so it is less common than it once was. But labels still matter, especially when traveling or buying imported products. The World Health Organization states that trans fat has no known health benefit and increases heart risk. Look beyond the large claims on the front of the package. Turn it over. Check the ingredient list for partially hydrogenated oil. If you see it, leave the product on the shelf. Even when trans fat is absent, a food can still be a poor daily choice if refined flour, added sugar, saturated fat, and sodium dominate the label. Think of these packaged foods as emergency fuel, not building material. Plain oats, a handful of unsalted nuts, fruit, yogurt, or whole grain toast give the body more useful nutrition. This final shift matters because it changes the environment around you. When the usual snack in the cupboard supports health, the better decision requires less willpower. One more point about supplements. After 60, some people absorb vitamin B12 less well, and vitamin D intake or levels may also be low. A B12 or vitamin D supplement may support health when a clinician identifies a need, but neither one can repair a weak diet. Supplements can also be unsafe at the wrong dose or with certain conditions. Consult a doctor before use, ideally with a review of your medicines and relevant blood tests. Now you know the central idea. Aging does not simply call for less food. It calls for food that works harder. Build regular meals around eggs, fatty fish, beans or lentils, leafy greens, and berries. Move processed meat, sugary drinks, and foods with industrial trans fat or a poor nutrient profile out of the daily routine. The goal is not perfection. It is a pattern that protects muscle, supports the heart, steadies energy, and keeps the digestive system moving. Early awareness matters. Weakness, poor appetite, ongoing weight loss, trouble chewing or swallowing, repeated dizziness, or a sudden change in bowel habits should not be blamed on age without a medical review. Now you know what to look for, and the next step belongs to you. At your next meal, make one clear change. Add a useful food or replace one harmful daily choice. Then repeat that small decision until it becomes normal. Subscribe for more calm, practical guidance on healthy aging. Comment with the first food you plan to add and share this with someone who wants to stay strong after 60.